Hi, spellers. Welcome back to the Spelling Life podcast, where we change mentalities one episode at a time. Finally doing episode 2 of season 3, and I'm joined by my amazing friends on set today. And again, I know you might be wondering where our other co-hosts are at, but as said, Prit is taking a temporary break and Thorn will be joining us in the next episode. That being said, I am now introducing my friends to you guys. Drum rolls, please. From the right.
Okay, I'm Corelli.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Megan's friend.
Yeah.
Tell me I'm stuck here thinking. That's the only title I have, Megan's friend. I'm a lot more, guys. Anyway, my name is Dadson Gakenga. But isn't it just easier to call me Buddy? If you know, you know.
I'm not getting the joke, but okay.
To call me, it's supposed to be your buddy. Oh,
Yeah. Never mind.
I messed it up today, sorry.
It's fine.
Try again next time.
I will.
Yo. Hey guys, my name is Dan Karongwe, but just call me Dan.
Yeah.
It's just 3 letters. Recently have friends.
This reminds me of how my friend normally says that I meet people like today, and 2 days later we're besties.
Yeah.
Megan's friend.
It's a small.
We're a whole big family
We're
now.
just one besties all of a sudden. But yeah, welcome guys. I hope you're all doing fantastic and that you've had yourself an amazing start of the month, depending on when you listen to this episode. But yeah, on today's episode we'll be talking about something I have recently also fought with, been yesterday. And today we'll be talking about what I think is the enemy of, rather the biggest monster of dreams and ambitions and goals, which is imposter syndrome and fear of failure. That being said, what do you guys think imposter syndrome is?
My opinion, I think imposter syndrome is basically you do something. Yeah. Let's say you do something. Let's say you draw or you sing. But for some reason, you don't want to call yourself an artist, you know, because you don't feel like you're doing enough to be called an artist. Yeah, personally, that's how I've been explaining imposter syndrome. Yeah.
Okay.
And to you?
That's
I was actually going to ask someone to look it up now for me.
to what?
Definition
To look it up.
of
But I actually
imposter
did look
syndrome.
it up when I was finding prompts for this conversation. Let me find the screenshots. And I'm telling you, when I was doing it, I was like, Mono na nishautia.
Why are you
Like, why are
attacking
you
me?
shouting at me? I even realized there's like 5 types of imposter
Imposter
syndrome.
syndrome.
Really?
What is it types? What is it? A mental illness now?
I just don't remember what
It was
the
only
5
one.
types are, but
It is a mental
perfectionism is a type of imposter syndrome.
What?
I'm telling you.
That's
I was
the
just
type I'd like to have.
no, trust me, it's not the type you'd want to have.
Because you can't label yourself as something
Yeah,
unless it's perfect.
exactly.
Okay, that makes sense.
So
I genuinely
imposter
think
syndrome, according to Google, is that uncomfortable feeling you experience when you think you're unqualified and incompetent. You might look around and assume everyone knows what they're doing except you. And if you achieve something good, you'll probably chalk your achievements up with, oh well, good luck. In us who believe in Jesus, you just say any God. Like you're not taking credit, you're just like any God. Yeah, and characteristics of imposter syndrome is self-doubt, attributing success to external factors other than yourself, sabotaging self-success, setting unrealistic expectations, and continuous fear of not living up to your expectations. I know a lot of us are feeling shouted at because same. Yeah, so that's what imposter syndrome is, and we'll be talking about that in relation to our dreams and our goals. And our first prompt is, what 2 dreams did you have as a child? Like major dreams you had as a child, like
Even if it has no relation now, as a child.
Like as a child, we're not talking about as you were as a child.
I was such a dreamer.
One to
Okay.
all.
I still am.
Good
Who
for
wants to
you.
go first? Dan, would you like to
Dan,
go
would
first?
you like to go first?
Yeah, sure. I was a really bright kid when I was younger.
You don't
Hey,
know
wait a minute. I was gonna be like, what?
Imposter syndrome right there.
Unacheki you know your 2 ya kwanza.
So I used to like have really huge ambitions of drawing. So I used to like drawing like when I was younger. I would draw, like give me a picture of you drawing.
Yeah.
Like so well.
Legit, can you do that right now?
I don't know.
I don't think it can be forgotten. You should try.
if it was that good,
You can practice this right
that's not a skill. That can almost be a
You can
talent.
practice this right here.
I see what you did there.
Draw and get shit at some point. I don't know, yeah. Wangeshi, I've tried to draw her.
Wangeshi Matilda.
Matilda.
Oh, you should show us.
Nitaonyesha.
Ulikuwa unajaribu kushoot your shots na drawing.
The eye roll.
Right.
But like, yeah, so,
So you thought you'd be an artist. Kabla niseme a drawer. Hey.
yeah, but like even with the career I'm doing right now, it's not too far from
Oh, what are you doing right now?
quantity surveying. So there's a ton of drawing also. Okay, I don't draw, but I should, yeah. Yeah.
Interesting. Dreams I had as a child. Mimi, I think I consumed a lot of novels and a lot of Cinderellas and Princess Diaries and Dog Diaries. So
You were
my
a Disney
head
girl.
and Barbie. My head was in the clouds, my friend. My head was in the
Which Barbie?
clouds, obviously. Is that even a question? Like, come on. What did you take me for? But now I grew up with my head in the clouds a lot. Like, I dreamed a lot. At some point, I used to stand by the first Kenyan female president.
And it's still possible. It's still possible.
You know what? You probably set yourself up for imposter syndrome.
Why it's possible? Don't be negative. Don't be negative.
Don't be negative.
Okay,
But I thought that at some point I used to think that, okay, I grew up very pampered, but not like pampered like that. Like my mom made me grow in a very proper way. So I used to think, I was convinced I was a princess. And my parents had just gone back to the country and there was war and they left me in this country to be protected. No, you couldn't convince me otherwise.
See, I think that's the stuff that I'm talking about, not the president stuff. Of course, she can still be a president.
She was
But like
the
a
Lulu.
Barbie or something like,
I'm not
some
even kidding
delusional
you.
fish.
On a kingdom.
My
Yo.
folks own a kingdom. I was left with my parents right now for protection because there's war in our country. And I'm not even
So
lying
you
to
didn't believe your parents or
I
your
didn't believe
parents?
my parents or my parents till I got to like 7 years old, and then is when I'm like, Enyebe.
This is reality.
This is it. And I'm telling you, I cried about it. You can ask my mom. I cried. Like I was like, you're telling me I'm not a princess?
Aww.
And it was like a whole thing. Bro, that's why I'm telling you, me I grew with my head in the
That's
gutter.
why you are like that.
What's that supposed to mean?
What's that supposed to mean, Buzz?
You know what I just told you before we started the episode?
Yeah.
See, you heard what I told you. And I don't know. I just look at you and you're like, you're such a...
It's giving baby girl.
Yeah, it's not
Like
Not baby
president.
girl.
She's
It's
like
giving-
she's saying.
cuter than baby girl. It's,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like she's just so... She's so perfect in herself. And I call... She almost like she's completely content with just the girl she is and whatever.
She's comfortable with her girliness.
Yeah,
and
I'm
I
a
like
girly
that.
girl and I'm not even
It's
going
nice.
to refuse.
Nimekosa words za explain the way I wanted it to, but yeah.
This is complimenting me.
I think that is. I think he's trying.
I don't know, me, I just speak my mind.
But I
If
think
it's
those are
comes
my
out of a
dreams.
compliment, yeah.
Nikasoma Ben Carson. If you did not have a Ben
I
Carson
read Ben
face,
Carson. I even watched the movie yesterday.
Oh yeah. What?
I need
if
to
you did not
subscribe
have-
to
watched the movie yesterday, yo.
I swear, if you did not have a Ben Carson face, I don't know. Like
Yeah,
you
I've
read
just
the
given the
book.
story a lot of times. And I have
Hey,
always
me, I saw
been-
neurosurgery right before my eyes, and I was like, I'm finna get it. I'm finna get it. I realized it's like 17 years in school. I was like, yeah. Hata hizi nane zinanisumbua akili siwezi zingine. But basically, yeah. I think that those were among my
Your
childhood
dreams.
dreams. Yeah.
Okay, personally, ooh, my dreams when I was young.
I feel like this is gonna be wild.
Wait, see
Let's
first.
see.
Let me
After
tell you
someone who was a
guys.
princess and a Barbie, I don't know. How worse could it get? Let me hear.
I was a chubby kid, yeah?
Yeah.
Like I'm still chubby, yeah, but I was still a chubby kid.
Yeah.
And then I used to say, when I grow up, I want to do acrobats, you know, like aerobics,
Yeah.
like acrobats, you know,
Yeah.
those people
Do jump.
who stand on lines, on ropes
Yeah.
and turn. Yep, that was one of my dreams. And people would always tell me, hey, with that size.
Like, come on.
And imagine
have
I was
you?
a child. So so I just gave up on that. And then
Yeah.
eventually I noticed that I loved animals. I was the type who used to catch grasshoppers outside. I catch frogs. I used to
Frogs
catch
is not
frogs.
pretty at
My
all.
sister is telling me a story that I dissected a frog and I don't believe it. I keep telling her there's no way I would hurt a frog. She's like, you dissected it. And I saw
Damn.
you, but I don't remember.
Do you know what we interpreted that
Catch a frog
as?
like
Yeah, till date I can catch a
How we
frog like
interpreted
this.
it
Just because it feels nice.
as
You know, it's slimy, it's soft.
Oh, what it feels nice.
Yeah, so I wanted to be
I
a vet.
couldn't even tolerate mud as a child.
We used to bake cakes with mud. What do you mean?
Sand soil, yeah, but like not like
It wasn't
intentionally
sand
take
soil.
myself to play with. When I intentionally take myself to play with mud, okay, but like I look cute and everything, and I'm in church na kuna matope kwa kiatu
You're
yangu.
forgetting
We're
this is
different.
princess.
We're so
You're forgetting.
different.
You want princess
Why-
to go play with man.
Right?
Like,
What are you
where
doing?
Mud.
Give her a Barbie doll or something.
No, Barbie doll, please. Let her dress it in some pink, whatever.
Give her stuff to sew even.
Yeah.
Confession, I owned up to like the age of 9. I owned like couple of like 22 Barbie dolls.
22.
22.
Do you know what? I thought when you said it, I was like, oh, at least it's 9. In my
Oh,
head,
you thought it was
I wouldn't be surprised if it was
22.
20 or until
22.
No, I'm saying the age
Oh,
at
the
which
age
she
at
still
which.
had them.
No, I mean,
I
I,
would have
still buy
expected her to have
myself
them
teddy
even
bears. I still buy myself
But
teddy
in-
Okay,
bears.
same. I have teddy bears as well.
Teddy bears are not as
I only had one doll
gonna use
in
the
my
word
whole
delusional,
childhood.
but-
And then teddy bears, yes, but I only had
offensive.
one Barbie
One
doll.
Barbie doll.
Yeah.
Kwani me was like crazy. What business did I have having
No, it's
22
okay.
Barbie dolls?
It's okay. If you have them, you have
You're
them.
not
Yeah.
crazy. Your parents own the kingdom.
quite
Shake my
unique
hand.
actually for this. For,
Yes. Upewe maji kwa bili yangu after this.
That's
Yeah.
it for my dreams, basically. On to you.
Just
Okay.
animals. They're setting animals.
honest-
So
to
you
be a
wanted to be
vet.
a vet?
Yeah. Yeah. I wanted
okay.
to get into veterinary.
Oh, because I was gonna tell you, Sasa Mimi, I don't know, direct like translation or how we used to interpret people who are dissecting animals.
Was vet.
Hata kwa daktari. Ameanza kupenda
Kukata
kupasua vitu
vitu.
mapema.
Or it could be Dahmer, Jeffrey Dahmer. Exactly.
There's
Could be a
that.
serial
Could be a
killer.
serial killer. This
It's
is
just
the
that we don't
story
think about
of
that.
this
You're
serial
not
killer
dark.
who used to like strangle her dolls in water, like a bathtub, and she eventually became that old mama who used to kill people in bathtubs. Where muchunga tutu
You're
wenyu.
joking.
Yeah, she used to like her mom was saying she used to
Sad
struggle
demons from the onset.
inaitwa nini, well, like her dolls in a bathtub. Eventually it turned from dolls to people.
I would be terrified as a parent, honestly,
Same.
because how you strangle a life?
Yeah.
It's
Tunaita
lifeless.
pasta.
Yeah, but that one is very
Tunaita-
defined, very clear.
tunaita-
By the time you're struggling, things over. There's a problem.
Exactly, there's a problem.
Buds.
Dreams. Wow. First of all, this
Astronaut.
podcast is just this podcast is about to make me do what I think people do when they go to podcast. They overshare.
Let's go. Let's have
There's
it.
that
Let's
feeling
have
of
it.
oversharing.
Yeah.
Something went through my head that I have never said before. I was like, hey, am I comfortable saying that here?
Safe.
When you were talking about your whole princess
Yeah.
that issue, it's like, so Mimi, I didn't know my dad as a kid. Oh my God. And just after I said I will not, I've just gone into
You've
it.
just gone straight
If it's
into
not
it.
a
It's
word.
okay.
Yeah, and at some
So-
point, I like to believe that, what if one day I just leave my school, like anytime I kwenda home, and then just some convoy parks outside.
Hey, limousine kidesign. Alafu unaambiwa na bodyguard ingia.
We've come to pick Mr. Datsun.
Come to the judge is like, who's that? And then someone tells me,
That's your dad.
that's your dad. Like, yeah. I always imagine it like that, like a movie.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, I that was not a dream, but was that a
We
dream?
get what you mean. It's still a
delusion.
dream.
Yeah.
It's delusion.
And I had some weird. I've had some weird. I say weird because it's not explainable. Zuri, like love for Ghana since I was a kid. So I went in my
Ghana.
So in my
Country,
mind, I wanted him to be some sort of maybe
Ghanaian. Deep state.
deep state,
Man.
whatever. Like I just want to find out that I'm Ghanaian in a way.
Yeah.
Delulu.
I love Kenya,
Nene
guys.
le
Now I
kweli.
love Kenya. But also, I am generally a dreamer, and I think the one dream that has not changed since then to date to
Ghanaian.
forever is that I always wanted to be an actor. By the way,
Oh,
imagine for some reason I don't even realize the day that I decided I want to be an actor.
It just happened.
It's just as soon as I knew I am existent, it's like knowing your name.
yeah.
I have
It
a
was just a
photo
part of you.
in our home album of me in the role of a pig, my first role, I think.
That's a role. A win is a win, right?
Yeah.
A win is a win.
A win is a
and
win.
someone recently told me, imagine you are living your dream. And I was like, by the way, I haven't gone to Hollywood, but I'm doing what I wanted to do.
Yeah, and you're happy. All right. To ice break this very, very briefly, if you could have any job in the world, what would it be? May I go first?
The one I have.
Okay.
Designated princess.
Ah,
Is that a job, really?
yeah.
Like, there are times I'm in the house and I'm like so tired and I'm like, if I had a butler, Ningekuwa tu na
You are a dreamer for real.
This one, that is not, no, please, let's not. Because I call myself a dreamer, and no, this is, so if you call her a dreamer now, what is dreaming between these two things? Because this one,
She wants to hear Miss Meg and the water is ready for you.
I remember there's a time I was watching this Barbie where they have to switch lives. So one was a pop star and one was a princess. And she was being taught to be a princess is to, it was like a song. So it was to go like, to be a princess is to always really, I'd literally pause, then stand and do everything she says. Like, do a PA and don't fall. Like, literally, bro. Mel's convinced.
It makes so much sense, like the person that you are, because you're so posed. You see that stance that they practice, the walks that they practice in the cartoons with the
Yeah.
books. It's like you've been practicing them your
No,
whole
I
life.
practice
sort of,
She has
it's
perfect
not- it's
posture.
just a good thing to look at, honestly.
Yeah, she has
Yeah.
perfect posture.
Yeah, so me, if I could be anything, if any country is looking for a princess, you found one right here. I've been dreaming of this
The
moment for the
princess
entire
should be
life.
watching.
Yeah, prince. Yes.
The princess
Yes.
should be watching.
Yeah, I have no problem whatsoever
Those who are
getting.
kissing frogs outside there.
But also,
See you kiss
Frogs,
frogs
no,
and then
No, because I was carrying frogs. So I'm
oh,
like,
you were catching.
you're catching frogs. But I feel like if not a princess, then I'd want to be like I'd want a job that places me in a position for impact, like a woman something or a youth something, like something that causes me to give back to community.
sure.
I get what you mean.
Yeah, you know, those girls who those women who walk around making so much change so that other kids can say, Mom, when I grow up I want to be like her.
Oh,
Yeah, like that. Yeah.
Hey, I think you see
nice.
me, you're happy, you're in that story. It's like, but I see how, yeah.
Yeah.
I think you should go next.
My dream looks pint now. But anyway, currently, like, there's a job I would want to do is become a full-time musician.
You sing. I don't know that.
Could.
You
Or
could.
make music.
Hey.
But
But
have to be like
like
vocal.
instruments. So, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
We'll work something out.
You know, people don't consider, when people say musician, everyone thinks,
You
oh,
just
you're a
sing.
vocalist.
It's a
No,
music.
musician is just, it's
You
just
think it's a music?
oh,
Like
no,
an
you
art
think it's
thing.
music.
True.
It's an art, it's an
Guilty.
art, so you can't like define it. So,
It's just making music.
Me, I want to hear yours.
Me?
I'm so curious.
Hey, my dream job. The thing is, I don't even think I can really answer that question right now because of the big elephant in the room,
Yeah.
imposter syndrome.
Imposter syndrome.
Exactly. But I just want to do the things that I love all at once. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because even when I'm asked if I picture myself having a 9 to 5, I don't see a problem with the 9 to 5. I just don't think the things I want to do would permit me to limit myself to a 9 to 5.
job.
Like on Saturday, maybe I'm on the microphone, I'm singing. On Tuesday, I'm doing poetry. On Wednesday, I'm doing art exhibitions. Maybe I'm doing radio
Tell me
presenting on
about
other
it.
days.
Tell me about
TV
it.
presenting. I could be YouTubing, like doing YouTube. A creative in general. PR, taking pictures. I also enjoy taking pictures, events, making edits, reels for events. Like, there's
Take her
just
CV,
so
guys.
much.
Take her CV.
Please,
Take notes.
please hire me. Thanks.
Even take her CV. Is it really? Well, it's not even packetable. It's everything.
Yeah, it's everything.
It's just,
It's
Literally.
her
actually been
CV is what do you
struggling.
need to be done.
Exactly. I feel like I'm that
God
type of a
bless her
person.
man with everything. Like,
Yeah.
just stick her.
It's like what do you need to be
I
done?
feel like I even need to have like 3 different CVs because they're all these things are in different fields
Oh,
and
we
I can't
love
put it
that.
all in one
That's
paper.
amazing.
It's amazing when you think about
About
it, but
it.
when you're getting into it, it's
Yeah,
very
yeah.
difficult.
It's very, very stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
Birds.
The question was?
So the one job you'd have, if you could have one job in the world.
Sorry, it's because I'm such a conversation.
It's okay.
So when I hear people talk,
Oh,
it takes
you
me
see-
to other places and whatever. So I can.
System John Wick.
Your dream job.
Oh,
System John Wick.
John Wick.
Superman.
But I'm doing action stands right now, so I might just get a roll for.
Chanyamaze.
My answer for this one is going to be very boring. My dream job would be just what I'm doing.
Acting. Because he did say it was his dream
So
job.
really like,
Oh,
wow.
that's
You're gonna be happy.
amazing.
That's good.
I love that for you.
Just that.
Love that.
But when I had her talk, I thought about it as well. Because I would think I'm also like an older
All-rounded
do
person, jack of all
anything.
trades.
No, creative.
Jack of all creative things.
Yes, jack of all traits in the
Creative,
arts.
yeah.
Yeah, but even with everything else, I've always maintained that I'm primarily an actor before anything else.
Amazing.
I saw you do like some bombastic side eyes when she was talking about 9 to 5 job.
9 to 5.
Every time,
Yeah,
yeah.
I have a set on that 9 to 5 thing. So the thing is, I think because of how, again, my dreams have said, the fact that I have to adjust to the fact that for me to live the life I want for myself, I have to work 9 to 5.
Yeah.
I have to wake up early. And as I said, guys, me was built to be royalty somewhere.
Imagine you don't have
You were
to.
built to
You
be a
have
boss,
have
actually.
to do it to get there, but you can get to a point where you don't have to do it.
Yeah.
And you still have that.
And that's where we're
thing
going. That
on.
is the goal. But
Amen.
not to say that I'm lazy or anything. That's not it. Because
Of
you
course.
guys can attest that's not something I am. But another thing is, one of my mom's friends came to visit over, and she was talking about how she quit work 2 years into their marriage because the man just decided, just take care of the kids. So story is the man grew up without his parents because of traveling. So the man also travels, and the wife was in a job that also traveled a lot. So he didn't want his kids to not feel the presence of both parents. So he asked the woman to step off work. And before you feminists come for me, he asked the woman to step off work so that the kids can have at least one parent around. But then the thing is, he pays her to stay home. He caters for the bills. As in,
Sounds
would
like
too,
something
man.
man would enjoy doing.
Shit.
I
You're
like
paying
even
me.
I was asking my mom's friend, does he have brothers, cousins, name it? I'll take
Nephews,
it.
anything.
I'll take it. But the
We have
thing
the
is,
same
if I
traits.
can just work in the comfort of my pajamas in the house,
Yeah.
I'm good. I could take that. That's why I was giving her bombastic side eye. Because I was like, 9 to 5.
Hell
What
no.
do you mean?
Because me now to be ready by 9, that means nimeamka 6. Nivae kwanza outfit ya
How
kwanza
long does it
ni-decide.
take you to get ready?
I'm a girly girl, so you can.
You can
Damn.
imagine.
Yeah.
Do you
I
see
just
how
need
she's
30
looking today?
minutes.
How
I
long
need
do you
even
think it took her
15.
today?
By the way.
My godmother
You know how
got
she's
into the
making us
bathroom,
look.
showered, left, got into a Zoom meeting. I was still dressing.
What? Perfectionist. And
Not a perfectionist. I feel like there's something about how I look that boosts my confidence.
Absolutely.
Me, I'm living that house looking nice so
and
that
you
I
pour
can
into
channel
that, yeah.
Channel those
confidence
vibes, good
throughout
vibes,
the
yeah.
day. Yeah, so next prompt is, what is one thing you have learned from those childhood dreams? Make it go first.
The childhood dream or the dream we just said
Even
recently?
the dreamer child. Like, what did you learn from that dreamer child?
Oh, the child that used to dream.
Yeah, there's a dream. Personally, I think I've learned that those dreams are, in as much as some are not possible, like the princess one, of course. For me, they're just like the anchors, the things I hold on to
Don't
on
speak
like
too
my.
soon, though. Who said the princess one is not possible? Depends on how you are.
Thank
your
you,
princess.
thank you.
You define your princess, yeah.
Yeah,
But
but I
find
feel
a
like.
DM from some Arab
Yeah,
prince. Wait.
And I'm like, mother, I'm tired of this country. I was actually thinking of leaving. This is guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like it's for me. My childhood dreamer is a person is a hope. Is something I cling on to on days I can't be able to see what the future looks like or I'm so scared of. I feel like I cling on to my dreams for hope because I'm like, this is not yet achieved, sister. Where are you going?
Yeah.
Still stay. So yeah, and I've also learned that I'm very capable. I just don't want to because of the big elephant in the room as well. But I've also learned that I'm very capable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think for me, something that I've learned from my arts dreams were to take a day at a time. So basically in art, you just wake up and draw someone.
Yeah.
So
Don't wake up as Picasso.
As
no, yeah, exactly. It's because so like I remember like my first drawing. There was this classmate of mine. Funny enough, I still remember his name. He's called Kanye.
Hey, Kanye West.
Of course you can't forget the
Hey,
name.
of course.
How would you forget Kanye?
Yeah.
So,
But I think it's Kanye, not Kanye.
Same
it's
spelling.
Kanye.
Because it's Kanye.
Same spelling.
Wow.
That was
So,
alikuwa Drew.
So like, what was I saying? So,
Yeah, you remember your classmate Kanye.
Because
I
like we
remember
used
his
to
name.
like compete
Yeah.
with him who drew better drawing and it started like with vehicles really simple and so that gari
Those 3D vehicles.
Yeah.
like, and in class 3 you're like boss.
Alafu nikata ya
Kuna
fire.
cubes na trapezium.
It was so cool.
Yeah.
Over because you see now it's the steps that have come to grow like over the
Over time,
So
yeah.
I think by then of course you're a kid but still me as a grown up as I am, I've still like picked something from it.
From
I
it,
don't have to be
perfect.
every time I start something.
Oh, that's
So,
nice.
Yeah, so like
That's your lesson.
yeah,
That's a dope
Okay.
one.
stairs
Great.
to the
Baby girl.
Me?
Obviously, you're the baby girl.
Because I saw her looking at you. I was like, huh? What do you mean? Okay, personally, from the dreamer child that I was before, I don't know if I would say I've learned anything for myself per se, but I could say I've learned something that's going to help me in the future with my children. You get it?
Yeah.
Because like I said, I wanted to do acrobats. Okay, in French, we said I want to be an acrobat, but I don't know if it's the same exact word in English.
It is.
Okay, it is, yeah? Okay. And I'm being told, you're big, you can't do that, you know? And I want to be a vet. My mom was very supportive, by the way. My mom was always like, leave her. She wants to be that. Let her be that, you know? But then the voices from outside, she wouldn't bring them down. She wouldn't really bring them down. So I kind of let that idea go because I was just like, okay, yeah, I'm huge. I can't do any of this. And I wish she had pushed me further because I would have done veterinary and I would have probably been much happier now.
Yeah, but
going through a quarter life crisis.
really, there's time. There's always
Now
time
I
to
can't
go
call
get
it
it.
need up.
Oh, going to a quarter life crisis right
Yeah.
now. But yeah,
Amazing.
basically, yeah, I would
That's what you
learn
learned.
to
Yeah.
do better
Okay.
with my kids.
That's it.
A lot is
It's just,
going
yeah,
around.
it's okay, honey.
It's all what we've learned.
Yeah.
We've learned from our dreams. What have I learned from the dreamer kid?
Jalan.
That number one, it's gonna be somewhat related to what you said. I think dreams are very. First of all, dreams are very necessary. They're not even necessary. They are
Essential.
They're. Yani, you cannot not
Dream.
dream. I think the first lesson from dreams is that you need to be dreaming to be alive, first of all. Me, I have this saying where if you have no business dreaming, you have no business living.
I mean, true. Because what are you living?
You don't
they're
live
Yeah.
with a purpose or
They're
something.
like the nini for life. They're like the.
It's like a guide.
Yes, it's like, by the way, it is a guide to
guide.
life. That's why I said it
Yeah.
is going to be similar to what you said. It is a guide to life. And why am I losing my chain of thought so much today?
Abu Rudy, ground yourself,
your
babe.
time.
Ground.
But yes,
Yeah.
it is a guide to life. And I was going to say, I really do attach it or do relate it or do need it with purpose. I do, yeah, I do.
Okay.
I do attach dreams
All of
to
its
purpose a
purpose.
lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like they're connected. I feel like
Yeah,
you can't dream of something that is not in line with whatever it is.
With,
Like, you know, it's
what
like
you
those
just
things
interested.
those things you're created for. Because I feel like we're created and we're born because certain things have been implemented in our hearts for them to come to accomplishment. So I think, yes, dreams and purpose.
True.
For
Number
sure.
Tana.
For sure.
Yes. So, when was the first time you ever remember doubting yourself?
the first time.
Yeah, you ever remember doubting yourself? Yeah, I know I make the prompts, guys. I'm deep. Like that.
And
Personally, it's like I mentioned, when people would tell me, you can't do this because you're too big.
Yeah.
You know, you can't be an acrobat
So
because
this is like really, really early on. in
very
childhood.
early in my childhood because I feel like that's the first time I was actually like, oh, so I can't do it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. And yet I used to go do somersaults and I have this one hand trick where I hold my hands together and put it all the way and bring it back.
Yeah.
And many people couldn't do that. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, I'm flexible. Yeah. But because of what other people said, I just had that self-doubt. Yeah.
For me, I think it was definitely in primary school. I probably say class 6. Because between class 1 and class 6, I was in a school where technically I was it. Not out of brag or out of anything, but
don't we know that,
I was
Ray?
it, and like there was no competition whatsoever. Like for me to just thrive, I just needed to be like
Yourself.
to just seemingly be. And now I moved to a school where there's it's. Like there's other it's. The people who are way smarter, the people who are talented, people who are prettier. Oh my goodness, there was this girl who was called Abigail. Me at a sijui nilikuwanga tu naombanga nihamishwe class. nipelekwe stream ingine because me and this girl in one class it wasn't giving.
You're like,
Yeah.
we
It
cannot
wasn't
coexist.
giving. We can't
Competition,
have
no, no,
there's
no.
no two princesses, there's just one.
just
There cannot be one
Two,
princess, for God's
it's
sake.
just me.
Yeah.
So I feel like for me that was an adjustment which I think it was also like rooted to something else. I had grown up in a state where I was told I have to be the it. There can't be other it's. It just
Yeah.
has to be you. So now I'm in an environment where there's it's and we're auditioning for solo verses for music festival. And there's an it who's better than me at solo verses. I have never had an it who's better than me that I solo verses would go like up to nationals. Then there's another it here. And it was like a tug of war thing. And I think that's the first time I ever doubted myself. Because in all honesty, this story was good.
Yeah.
Like even me in my head, I was like, can't compete with that.
Yeah.
Can't compete. And I remember my music show was like, "Hiya, go, it's your turn." Imagine I didn't go.
Oh.
I was just like, wacha tu nimwachie. Hiyo ni embarrassment. Let me just maintain my class title. Wacha achukue ya
But you
music
could have
festival.
possibly gotten it if you did
Yeah,
try
but
it. Yeah.
she was so good, man.
Yeah.
I didn't think I matched up whatever it is that was. Because I think it was the first time I was seeing someone better or to my
You felt a
standards.
threat.
Yeah.
I know that feeling. Because
Yeah.
it is part of the reason why it is so important for me to do stuff that I think I'm good in.
Good at,
I
yeah.
don't like to be.
You don't like to
I
feel
don't
like
want
you're
to say
someone who...
substandard, but I don't like to be average in my field. Obviously. Like, I want to be one of the.
If you're gonna do it, it should be
Yeah.
good.
So I'm going to, that's why I'm very reluctant on
Yes,
trying things out
you
that I don't
know.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Comfort zone, familiarity.
True.
Yeah, but that's my first time that I feel like I ever doubted myself.
I have a question.
Yeah.
But then now, because I've just remembered the situation I was, okay, backstory.
Yeah.
So my life of, like, how I just picture my life is school, there's home, and home.
And church, maybe.
Okay.
No,
yeah. But, so, like, for me, at home, at school, I was a totally different person than at home. So we used to like play sports at home. So we used to like have a field somewhere and go play football, basketball at times. But I was really bad at playing like football.
Boys can be bad at playing
Like,
football.
I was really
Yes.
bad.
What do you mean?
Okay,
Can't
but at
play
least I
football
didn't
to save
match
my
like
life.
with the rest. You see?
Really?
Okay.
Me in my head, it's so mind-blowing that boys can be bad at football. It looks like...
Did you
like
even know that I don't
crazy.
even watch
The
football?
gutters.
Yeah, that I know.
So it's a thing, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, wow,
So-
crazy.
so, like, at least I wasn't as bad like the rest of the kids. So,
Yeah.
But for me, in my head, I was taking like, these guys hate me. Oh, Tony Penny, man. Oh,
Juju kucheza.
kucheza.
Did they used to invite you to play?
See, the thing is,
No.
but it was like genuinely, I was bad at playing.
Like it was that bad?
Yeah, I was just bad. That's the thing.
Okay.
Like, because you see, like when you're forming like a team, like such a team, you call somebody you
You know,
knew.
quite benched.
Yeah.
You're the last one.
So like the entire time, like you want performance,
Yeah.
and also don't want to hurt your feelings.
Yeah.
So now the question is, do you think there is a balance between performance and imposter syndrome?
Interesting. There's a question like that. We'll circle back to that. We'll circle back. But now that you were talking, when was the first time you ever remember doubting yourself?
Oh, football.
That one.
But it was genuinely
It was genuinely bad.
I was genuinely bad.
uko sawa. Then, crazy. All right. Buds.
And if we have an international audience for any reason, for some reason maybe,
Yeah.
we are talking about soccer, guys. I know football is different.
Soccer. Yeah. You do
First
just
of all,
zone
people
out.
have. I'm thinking about it, about answering the question. I don't know. Today I'm not flowy in a way.
No, I feel like you're a person who consumes everything and wants to debunk. And that's exactly what you're doing right now.
It's less than 3 days since someone told me that exact same thing.
It's a sign.
Anyway.
Yeah.
First of all, people have doubted me more than I've doubted myself in this life.
Damn. Okay, but
I've had to deal more with people
doubting you.
Yeah.
Me doubting myself. I was a very confident kid in a way. First time I remember doubting myself.
I feel like it has something to do with auditions.
Yeah, for sure. Is it the first time though? But of course, I've doubted myself sometimes in auditions.
Yeah.
But can I be honest with you? This will sound very.
I already know where you're going
Can
with
you?
this. Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
I'm not going there.
Is it a girl?
No, it's not about girls.
Oh, okay.
What is it?
I was gonna respond to the thing about auditions. Genuinely, this sounds. And when I say this about Nakanga Nikama, I'm too full of myself. I don't remember ever watching an actor and being like, "Damn, they're better than me."
No, but you're good though. We can't even deplete that.
I have
We
talked
cannot.
about it before when I was
Yeah.
talking about my music side, my singing side.
You sing.
Oh Lord,
Hey.
Megan, think about
I
it.
tell you how many years now.
Jack of all trades.
Bro, I genuinely did not know you can sing. Hizo miaka zote ukufeel kama you're important.
I don't know if I can sing. I know I sing.
Look,
Can
imposter
sing is
syndrome.
relatable.
Everyone can
Imposter
sing.
syndrome.
Everyone can
Relative.
sing. Everyone can
It's
sing in the
relative.
bathroom, everywhere. We can
Depending on
sing.
people. But yeah, I remember one time saying, but now with singing, that is one of the reasons why I've never actively pushed that side.
Because I feel like this better.
Because when I place my standard based on the kind of music that I enjoy, or the standard where the standard I've put for consumption of music, I don't feel I can meet it with creation of
Okay.
I get what you mean.
music. So that is why I really doubt that side.
You
of
can
it, 'cause,
sing. Yeah.
there are probably people who will enjoy it, but I don't want to make stuff me mwenyewe. If I was listening to an artist, I wouldn't.
Okay.
yeah.
That makes sense.
So yeah, that is definitely one thing I've doubted
You've
myself.
doubted yourself.
With. I don't remember what's the first time I doubted myself. I don't know.
Okay. Fantastic. So when I was writing this prompt, it's because the journal was going through context. I have this thing where when I achieve something, instead of being giddy, I'm very it's like when you're going on a hike and then the whole process you're very excited to get to the end, then you get to the end of the hike, you realize you're beat, like you're really exhausted. So that's the same thing with me. So we launched episode 1 of season 3 yesterday, and everyone is like, I should be giddy about it. Me now, I'm there, and because Dennis is one person who just I was telling in details how I was feeling, and another friend of mine called Vincent, but I was like, this is not perfect enough, this is not good enough, I feel like this could be done better, especially because there was like some issue in the morning, and on Dennis's end everything was like really looking good and everything. On my end, when I'm looking at the edits, at the footage, it's not, I don't know if it was
You're
my
not,
Wi-Fi,
you're
if
like,
there was a
shit.
problem. I'm just like, this is not what I wanted. And I've almost called Dennis and I'm like, hii kitu haiendi. Na haiendi, because again, I've put that expectation on myself. I'm just like, this should have gone a whole other way, because I'm like, it is the launch of season 3. We've taken time. I wanted it to be better. I wanted it to be worth it, and I wasn't feeling like I'd done enough. So now when I was writing this prompt is when I wrote this question, and I was like, am I the only one who has this internal voice that criticizes everything I do into perfection, that sometimes I just forget how potential I've always been? Like, there's just this internal voice.
If there's one thing for
that
sure,
just-
you are not the only one.
Fuck.
That's the first.
Like, there's just this voice ni kama tu inakwambia imengoja wins zako, inakwambia And then the funniest thing is, I think it's my voice. And it's like a me inside a me inside. So I don't know if it happens to you guys as well.
Personally, I've experienced it.
Yeah.
I think I get what you mean. Like that voice telling you, but it could have been better. But the way I deal with it is I find a lot of comfort in, I have very supportive friends. Shout out to my friends.
Shout out to her friends.
Yeah,
Me included.
I have very supportive friends, and trust me, ever since I started sharing with my friends like my small wins and stuff, I feel confident to continue, to keep going, because they actually, because I might not believe it's good, but for some reason I believe when someone else tells me, oh, it's good.
Like,
And I'm
like when someone affirms and validates it, you're like, let's go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
As long as I'm not the only one who said yes, someone else said yes, then I'll go ahead.
We're good.
Sometimes they don't even believe the other people.
Sometimes,
But
Me, I don't
yeah,
believe it is
sometimes
one
you're
person.
just like,
oh,
wanasema
man,
tu
chocha.
because they love you.
Like, it's your responsibility
Yeah,
to say
just
that I'm good
that I'm
because
good.
you feel like it's an obligation because you're my friend.
You only ask the honest ones.
The
that's
honest
why.
ones. Yeah.
You know your honest friends. Yep.
Facts. Like,
That's it
for
for
sure,
me.
I feel like Dennis and that friend of mine called, like, Vincent was, like, immediately that episode dropped, I was like, Vincent. Because Vincent will not sugarcoat anything. Even if he loves it to the moon and back and beyond, he will never sugarcoat anything.
I feel like I'm that to people more than they are to me.
The truth
yeah.
teller.
Usually the truth teller. in
No,
my
but I
circle.
feel like
Same.
you're funny And it's like Dennis. Like, I think my relationship with you guys especially, you guys are like so funny. So when it's time to be honest, I feel like my whole world has stopped. Like, why are you telling me the truth? Like,
I get it.
Because for the longest, Dennis used to
The
support
contrast
my
is
dilulus. So I think eventually he got tired. That day I was like, "Kwa nini nimefanya?" Like this one time I'm now telling him something, I'm waiting. Yes, let's get it.
Today is
just
like,
like,
nope.
Nope.
Let's start meeting reality. Come on, princess.
Bro,
Wake up.
Can I introduce you to this guy? His name is True.
Bro. So that's why now I feel like sometimes I don't know. What if sometimes that voice is actually honest? Like, would I figure a situation where the voice told you something and then it goes exactly how the voice said? Like, I don't know if it's because I projected it.
You
because
spoke
of
it
the
into
voice.
existence and you believed it. That's why.
So that's why.
happened.
So it's
That's what I
probably-
believe. Wow, people have different beliefs, and I believe you speak things into existence. The more you say something's gonna go bad, thing is, we know the probability is good or bad.
Yeah.
Exactly. So the probability is 50-50. And if you keep telling yourself it's gonna go bad, when it does go bad, you're gonna feel terrible because you'll think it's because I said it. It's because I was right. But that's not the case. Maybe someone else deserved an opportunity, but like
More than you did.
Exactly. Maybe they put in more work than you did, but they don't show us those sides.
Those sides.
Yeah, so you just have to find comfort in accepting the things you deal with, the things you work on, and giving them, like, chachisha yourself. That's the
Yeah.
word, chachisha.
Chachisha.
Chachisha. Uji chachisha.
Chachisha.
Uji chachisha. Exactly.
Jigas.
Because no one else is gonna do
gonna
it.
do it for
Yeah, just
you.
say, I'm good.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't think you answered the question yet.
Yeah.
I think personally, I really listen to that voice a lot.
Yeah.
Because, I don't know, I feel like if at all I'm going to produce some work, it should show who I am and not what you think is the standard. So, does that make sense? Like,
But I feel like, what's the fine line between
Then that
what you
should-
think you are and who you
Exactly.
really
I was
are?
about to ask that. How do you know it's not
Yeah.
who you are? Because you still worked on that.
Yeah.
It's still your work.
but then, like, it's not what I envisioned.
Ah, okay.
It's my vision that I'm trying to, like, put in.
So the outcome becomes something you did not
Exactly.
envision.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. So, like, I would really love it if what my outcome is what I envisioned. So that's when I'd be like
That's
content.
People are saying stuff that is triggering to me.
Hey,
especially.
bruh.
Yeah.
but I feel like
real.
there's a
Yeah.
very thin line between your vision, like kujain the way you thought it would. Kujain for international people is coming the way you'd have thought it would. And I feel like sometimes we're so focused on this is what I wanted and it should have been exactly however I thought of it, and we forget to credit ourselves for the fact that even if it wasn't 100%, we still delivered.
Yeah, you tried.
Like we still did. I mean, I did it. I'm not like a person who thought and decided, I'm not doing it. I still did it, and even if it wasn't 100,
It was. And,
Exactly.
and you
It was
can never,
something.
and like we said,
For real?
you won't wake up as
Personally, it
Picasso.
bugs me so much. It really does. I feel like not to trigger anyone,
it's too late. So might as well just get it.
but like I actually feel like it's me being really mediocre, and I hate mediocrity. I just hate it.
But I
don't
think
know.
you might probably be in the line of perfection.
Yeah, I am.
I
actually-
For sure, I really am.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, it was his turn.
So like for me, no, it's cool. But like for me, I don't know. I just find it I just hate it. I feel like I'm being lazy, you know.
But I feel like it's again the unnecessary expectation. Like ikoko. Like
Yeah, but
it's when you don't give yourself room for me still speaking to myself. When msione kama hapa pia mimi najambia pia mimi. It's when you don't give yourself room for the 20% that might go wrong. And the 20% grace you also need to accord the things that won't go as expected. But I feel like even look at it in hindsight, I feel like when things don't align how you thought they would, eventually you like it hits a bell as to why it didn't go however it did. Like you're able to understand, enyewe ingeenda hivi singekuwa hapa. Say, I should be telling myself this thing.
Eventually, it turns out to make sense.
I think it's just like managing the voice. So like don't listen to it a lot.
It's like minimizing reducing the volume.
Because at times the growth actually is like the goal.
Yeah.
The experience that you went through, not the outcome.
The outcome.
Like the experience. Because at times, I don't know who was telling me this story. So they told me
in the process?
It was actually musicians. So it was like their growth from when they were a kid. So, at first they were being trained and then they were put on TikTok. So by the time they're getting to be like a teenager, guys, I sound so old now. Because TikTok ilitoka juzi too.
Yeah, just recently.
So like right now they have a much higher following from not the complete outcome, but from the growth that she has.
Yeah, she has gone
She's
through.
had.
Yeah.
So I'm like, actually, if it weren't for the growth, you'd not have the amount of you have right now.
Yeah.
So I'm like, actually, the growth.
The growth
is
makes sense because
important.
I feel like in the growth process you learn a lot than you would have if you just shut up.
Yeah.
You just go and you go and you go.
You can,
But then there's sometimes a need to like almost cover or hide that
The growth,
bit.
yeah.
You just want to come out as
but it's
look at me, I'm great.
I'm shiny,
You know how people see,
and now,
chaff,
and no one wants to talk about
It's like,
I feel it's so
Enyebe.
toxic, honestly. 'cause,
Yeah.
Like showing the growth might encourage somebody. Who
Yeah, who's still needing coming up.
Yeah.
But that,
Also, affirming yourself helps.
fact.
As much as some people might find it stupid, like I'm just standing there telling myself, you are great. You are smart.
Some
You
people,
are talented.
You're a
exactly.
princess.
And trust me, it works. Personally, when I write
It
I
actually
don't buy a
does.
calendar.
Yeah.
I write my own calendar and I write my affirmations all around it. I swear.
Like
When I
from
grow up.
January to December.
I write 2 months at a time. Right now I have July, August. I'll do September, October.
I can make a date with you for October now.
You can't ask me anything about October. I don't have any affirmations.
Yeah.
So I write my affirmations and I write my manifestations. And trust me, guys, when I tell you those things have been
They
coming
help.
true since
Yeah.
I started doing that this year, and opportunities have been coming in. I feel like I've become a better person. It's like all the things I wrote down are actually coming to life. Yeah, it works.
like it's-
Affirm yourself.
It's how she's saying. It's how however whatever you feed your soul with and your mind and your heart with is what comes on the outside. So you keep on telling yourself I'm unworthy, I'm unfit, I'm unenough. That's the same thing that
Yep.
you're always going to be projecting.
True.
Yeah, and that being said, have you experienced, or we established that we've all experienced imposter syndrome before?
Yeah.
And I think she has established how she deals with it. So I think the three of us need to say how we deal with that. Personally, I feel like men are more or less the same person. Because my friends, my friends and strangers on the internet, they just be sending me cute
Strangers
stuff.
on the internet,
constant
yes.
strangers on the internet, my whole heart. Like yesterday, I made this post I shared about what I was feeling, like the imposter syndrome thing. And I was getting so much, I'm proud of you, you're doing great. And it's just one sentence, but... my tears.
No.
Nasizi leo na public platform.
And,
Yeah, but
Yeah.
but it's, I feel like I get my number one love language is words of affirmation. So me, that's been spoken onto my life is so like if someone says you're good at it, my voice down dies.
Exactly.
It's like,
Yup,
that's
same.
dies. It's like inhaler. I need resuscitate me.
Yeah.
I'm dying, and it finally dies.
Yeah.
And then I also think what's this? There's something. I had such a cool point. Ikikuja itakuja. Semanga kwanza.
Generate.
It originates. Yeah.
So the question is how I deal with
Yeah, how
imposter.
do you deal with imposter syndrome?
Okay.
If you've learned how to deal with it.
Yeah, but if you've not,
Wow.
but it's still okay.
I thought it. I just didn't
Yeah,
think.
it's okay if you still haven't. Imagine
I don't know. I feel like I'm in between. At times,
you're still navigating.
not exactly, but at times I deal with it. At times I really don't deal with it.
Yeah, you just give up.
Yeah, I'm like, imagine.
Yeah, goes.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm such a person who just gives up. So like, if I am like no, okay, hey, I'll share a lot.
Go ahead.
Podcast
Let's
always have
have
that
it.
thing. Podcast.
Let's have
Many
it.
times
That's
for
the
the
one
podcast,
place
by
you
the
can
way.
do everything
And
and
this is
do
just
it.
my second one.
Yeah.
I'm like, no.
No.
By the time I'm doing my fifth one, everyone will know everything about my life. Anyway.
Yeah, but it's okay. Safe space, man.
Let's hear it.
So at some point in my life, there's something we're doing on music. So I was singing at the time. So, but again, I was really struggling with the standards of what these guys wanted me to meet. So they genuinely pulled me aside and they were like, imagine, try something else. It was so hard.
Damn.
But But like, here's the thing. Okay, it's not okay to do that first.
Yeah, it's
It's
not.
not.
Like, you'd rather just not tell them when practice time is happening.
Yeah, but like, I completely gave up on it. I was like,
So sorry.
so like, I didn't even think about it. I was like,
Whatever.
like such a major thing happening to me. Like,
Yeah.
Such, they call it embarrassing. I don't know what to call it.
However you put it.
It's uncomfortable.
I
It's
mean,
embarrassing.
yeah.
It could be many things. It's however it made you
I think
feel.
it just
Yeah.
killed me at the time.
Yeah.
Oh, really sorry.
So,
We're gonna get you back
We're
into
gonna-
music.
but like, here's the thing. Okay, I kind of did because now I learned how to play an instrument.
Yeah.
But I would still want to learn how to sing.
I
But the
mean-
thing is, now that's the time I completely just let my voice.
Win.
And also that time I'm like, imagine you want to win. So once again with music.
Hey,
I
music.
have a question.
Yeah.
Would you say that because you said sometimes you give up and sometimes you actually try, would you say it depends on how passionate you are? Do you feel like when you're more passionate, you still try and push, but when you
question.
don't really care about something, you're just like,
Kinda.
do you think it has to do with that? It could not, but what do you
To have
think?
cared about it.
Yeah. Yeah, but it
Like-
seems to have really, like, what you see, music seems like something you really, really like.
Okay, now this is a
really
three
like
therapist.
I feel like because now with singing,
Yeah.
I've been singing way much longer than like the guitar instrument.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know. I think it was just that one hot moment. I was like, amazing. But
Enemies
in
of
terms
progress.
passion,
Enemies of kama ni wewe ulimwambia hivyo. Tumekumark.
Imagine
We'll
we
find
should-
tumekumark.
we're like we're good with
Tumekumark.
them. I talked to them to confirm.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. At times, so I was saying like the times now I don't let it read completely. So not too long ago. So I think it's just recently, like 2 weeks ago. I had like a gig somewhere and I was playing some music and to me it sounded so bad. I was like, eh.
Imeenda hii.
But then when I go to with my friends, they're like,
People are,
are you listening? Have you heard this?
Yeah.
No. But then I had to listen to it and remove myself from the perspective of a musician and just having a good time. Actually, yeah.
like someone who's consuming music.
Kind of makes sense.
That's amazing.
So like
That's
it's
crazy.
kind of
You
like
might
now
be healing me
fuels
slowly,
me to
Eh.
like now be better.
Yeah.
Just like balance the voice.
The support helps.
crazy.
It really does help.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing that.
I'm glad you could have that point of getting support from your
Support,
friends.
yeah.
It feels good. Yeah.
Sana.
Dadson. I need to stop calling you that.
Let's have it.
Let's have
That
it.
sounds very fishy.
You're very fishy. There's a backstory, trust me.
That we shall not be said.
Yeah, but you're supposed to tell us how you deal with your imposter syndrome.
The only times I've made attempts at
Attempts.
Dealing with
That's
it.
a very good
I feel
thing.
like the times that I've made attempts is by trying to deal with it. I'm approaching it from dealing with its outcomes or its effects, what it does. Like as a result of imposter syndrome, I end up maybe procrastinating. As a result of imposter syndrome, I end up
Crazy.
perhaps canceling some things that I wanted to do. So one such attempt would be, I have been trying to intentionally surround myself with doers. That's because I know, even my friends will tell you, especially in the art spaces, when we are making stuff or when we want to make short films and we want to whatever, man, you sit down with me in a bar or whatever, guy, you will be mesmerized at the number of things that I
Hey, hadi
describe.
umesema mesmerized.
Yani-
Nani anafunza ukijana kizungu?
Pulled out that
Then you know, the mesmerized.
Yani,
Ah.
imejaa vitu lakini sasa kuzifanya juu ya hizo mastori mob inakuwa ni noma. So sasa najitafuta najisurround na wasi wenye najua ni wale wa wewe, because I've said it a couple of times now, when I have people who like can push me, I'm sort of very productive. It's not a good thing because ideally you should be
Productive on your own.
Yeah. Should, yeah.
But yes, I like it when I'm around those people of kesho am nini tupatane awanipatii time ya kuthink, so unaona tuifanye when tu nini me, if you're that person of tuifanye when tupatane when tutakaa 2 years
No maana upatanangi na mimi.
Like it needs to be set already.
me just go with me like
Uma vetu niko tao fika lunch.
me just tell me that just wake up, so maybe that is one way. So although nimeianzia mbali, but I'm dealing with it from approach here first.
But you're dealing with it.
Kidogo because first of all, we need to even think, is imposter syndrome ever gonna be dealt with completely? Sure.
Doubt it.
Feels like a cancer to me.
Yeah.
One way or another, it's always gonna creep back. So it's just something you need to keep
Suppressing.
I have a question. By dealing with it, do you mean like silencing it completely?
I feel like it's impossible.
Is that, I don't know. People tell us out there if anyone has ever been successful in silencing imposter syndrome completely.
Tulete notes, man.
And especially as an artist, sorry, I'm talking too much, but let him
No, it's okay.
To the artists who are watching, by the way, I genuinely think the element, I have this saying where I think the greatest artists in the world have had 3 things coexisting in them that are almost impossible to coexist in one body. But for one reason or another, when they do, they make you a great
person, a great artist.
Cast. Because that one is, you need this. I feel like there's a level of self-doubt you need to have, especially as an artist.
You need to have,
or someone who is in the entertainment biz and whatever. So the 3 things are a bit of self-doubt, self-confidence. I know I told you they didn't make sense to exist in one body, but for some reason when they balance, it's overconfidence. You need to have self-doubt, overconfidence, and have the ability to just live in your head like the princess. Because sometimes as an artist you need to be in your head and not give
reality.
About what because art is very nini. It's very
It's very competitive.
It's such a personal thing. It's like it's almost spiritual. So you need that.
Lulu is the Sululu.
So when people lose the this is how I can't believe I'm about to paint imposter syndrome nicely kidogo. I'm about to paint it visually. So for those 2 things, the self-doubt I usually think is important, so that when you go into your head and you're overconfident, you don't just divya kabisa and we lose you. Because I feel there's some artists who have lost it. And to be honest, even when they're shit now, you can't tell them that they're shit.
No.
And the truth is sometimes they are not. They have watered down their stuff. You're no longer as good an artist. So you need to have that one, so that at least you can be ukwena breaks, so that you come back to yourself and you're like, okay, I think this thing is so dope, but let me just take a moment and think, is it actually? Sometimes you need to have this one so that you keep yourself in check.
I want to say something about imposter syndrome. I feel like imposter syndrome becomes a problem when it's being fueled by the outside more than yourself. You know? Because personally, you know, many people have told me, I love your confidence. You're so confident. I'm like, who, me? Just because I don't, just because I speak loud and I speak with assertiveness and I know what I want. And personally, I have a mirror. You know, you can't tell me I'm fat. I know. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm that type of a person. You cannot tell me something just to bring me down. It's going to backfire. But I do have imposter syndrome, you know? It's just that when someone else, see, the difference is, well, that's where it gets complicated. When someone else is trying to tell me I'm bad at something, that's when I want to prove to you that you are lying. You are wrong. You get it? So I sabotage myself the most. And I get my confidence from someone doubting me, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
just to prove, I swear. It's like, I can't sing what?
Are you the female version of me or what? Because, sorry.
It's good.
You see the story I was giving about singing and someone called them to the side and whatever? It's actually sort of happened to me as well. Quite a times of piece of doubt.
Acting.
I once went to an audition for singing. Yeah?
Oh, singing.
I won't even mention it.
I love you though.
And the moment I got to a place, they're like, thank you. And me, I wasn't even told anything bad. I was just told, before I finished singing, they were like, thank you. Thank you for coming. It's like, you see, and usually I don't attach that statement to something good. You know what I did? I literally, when I stopped, I went to the door. I was almost leaving, and then I came back. I was like, by the way, because they didn't ask my name before I auditioned. I was like, by the way, my name is Buddy. You might want to keep that, you might want to remember that for when you see me
Period.
somewhere.
When I grow up, I'm trying to be like,
Because Mimi, I'm that. If you,
I'm too
don't dare
stubborn
me
for
like
you
that.
to bring me down.
Don't dare me like that.
Kwani jui, kwani
I will be
jui.
Jui, wewe ni nani? Yeah, so sometimes that are Mimi, and I've always said I am my greatest critic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a bunch of short films sitting in the editing mini of my editor, because people are like, we watch it in that room and they're like, hey, Kupola. I'm like, no, I'm not releasing this one. I just want to cover my uchafu first. Ile siku nitaka hivi nione, maybe.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That makes sense.
What's your question?
For her, so personally, I'm like a really passionate guy when it comes to
Music.
not music.
Everyone is expecting that one to be, yeah.
Not passionate rather, but like I take seriously raising kids.
Raising
Oh,
kids.
you want to be a dad?
Not like, okay, I don't know.
Yeah, it's
I know I
actually
want to
that.
be,
That's
but
it
really
feels
cute.
weird saying it, yeah.
Like unangalia kazi unasema, oh, this is so huge. And at times I'm like, I don't think I can be able to handle this now. To learn, do you think, because you mentioned that at some point people like your mom was very supportive for you, but she didn't silence them,
The other people.
do you think that was helpful?
Like her
if you're
supporting me.
comfortable, but like, do you think it would have been better for her to change the narrative from outside to you?
Honestly, I feel like she did a good job by doing that, because one, it made me realize that whatever people say outside, I can easily ignore it. As much as it's hard, you can ignore it because I have this one person supporting me. It's just like, say you're about to release a video, right?
Yeah.
And then two of your good friends say, wow, it's nice. But other people that are not really that close to you come and say, this is trash. Who are you going to believe?
Your friends.
I'll believe my friends. Exactly. So I feel like that's what helped me build my confidence as well. To know that, okay, I can say this about myself, but you don't have the right to say it. Yeah. I don't know if I've answered your question. I hope I have.
Yeah.
Did I? Okay.
She was very smart to do so, honestly.
Yeah, and it helped. It really helped.
It is early enough.
For a long time, I was insecure, though. I was very insecure about my size, all of that. But I got to a point when I was 18 and I got diagnosed with depression, all of that. Oversharing. Oh my God. I got diagnosed.
Unajipatanga too, by the way.
Yeah, and then they spoke to my mom and they told her how she contributed in what I was going through. And she genuinely didn't understand. She was like, I had no idea this is how I was affecting you, and I'm sorry. Trust me, that was the best healing I ever got. Since then, I was like, no one can tell me anything.
Yeah.
If my mom can apologize to me, who do you think you are?
Yeah.
To disrespect me and not apologize?
That's crazy.
An African mom.
I know. Shut an African mother.
Yeah.
I feel like me and you again are so similar in that manner, because if any of you guys know my mom, my relationship with my mom is out of this world.
Like, you're like just girls.
They're besties.
So half the time, I think the reason why I find so much solace in words of affirmation is because it has been fed to me since I was young. Like, meaning ningeshindwa kusukuma hiyo meza, na mama would say, you can do it. Push the table, push it. And I'd push it. And it's been like fed and fed and fed and fed. Kwanza me, I sometimes, my friend Jean tells me, if your man cannot treat you better than your mother, drop it.
Exactly.
Because my mother is the
Standards are high out
Let me
here,
tell you
man.
something.
Oh.
On Girlfriend's Day, may I just wake up, and that day I think nearly quite a bit low as well. And my mom just gives me this package. She's like, you're my number one girlfriend.
Oh,
Bebe.
that's so cute.
She's the standard. I love my mother.
The bar is
now,
high.
the bar
You
is
see,
too
the bar
high.
is high.
In fact, I've almost
Yeah,
appealed for that. Please, unaweza tushukishe tu kidogo.
Kidogo tu.
Me nayo my mom, like sometimes I tell her, si uende tu jifotokopi utengeneze mwanaume alafu unlete. Like,
I want to be that for my daughter, though.
Yeah, because
That's
I feel like that's amazing. I feel like when your mom is in your corner, specifically now for the two of us, me, you can tell me.
Yeah, you
Shame.
can't. What?
Amazing show.
How dare you
Amazing show.
even.
Because me and my mom will go diss you together anyway. So there's
Exactly.
that. Yeah, but on to like the wrapping up. Are you aware of any opportunities or dreams you have given up on because of imposter syndrome as we speak?
I go first.
Yeah, you don't even have to tell us what opportunity it is unless you feel like sharing it. But are you aware that there are opportunities and things you've lagged off because of imposter syndrome?
I feel like I've really lagged off my music. Yeah. Because of not just imposter syndrome. Like, I believe I have a voice that's listenable. Does it make sense? I don't believe I'm good.
Hear it from us.
I'm talking about singing though.
But that's what we're talking, you know?
They're talking that one.
They're talking.
Is not up for debate.
Yeah,
That one
there's
is not
no
debatable
debate.
in any way.
At all.
Yeah.
Like, fun fact that when I was being introduced to her, it was like, there's this babe, she talks really nicely.
And now it makes it even better than when she talks. She's also saying something.
Is that all I am to you?
The name who
No
talks
babes,
nicely.
no babes.
No, it's okay. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like with the singing, I haven't really gotten into it.
Yeah.
Because, imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I have a listenable voice, and it's not all that. It's not that someone will be like, oh, I want to work with her. Look at how she sounds. Look at how she sings, you know? But I'm very open to try, but I've noticed I've been like I've been slacking because people tell me, I have a studio space, we should come record. The one time I had an opportunity to record with one of my friends, the sound just wasn't my sound, firstly. And this guy was like, listen to your voice, I know you can rap in French. Right, the pressure, I was like,
Hey,
yo,
relax, bro.
Mabagani.
I never went back. Every time I see him, and first of all, his house was on the 10th floor. Every time I see him, I'm like, yo, and his name was Dennis, actually. I'm like, Dennis, I will see you when I see you.
Dennis.
I was like,
Jamani.
not to. So I feel like that's kind of pushed me,
Dennis and Ablash.
because I felt like I might not be able to find my sound. If that makes sense. Yeah.
Oh yeah, if that's how you started off. If
Yeah.
if he had pushed you in, what do you mean? Do you know how many musicians I know?
Yeah.
Do you know how many I wish I was in that place with them to just sit them down and be like, this thing cannot work.
It's not for
I mean, man, no, I've
not
read
this genre.
about someone in my head, but I'm like, what an idiot.
I could just not this sound. I said, you can do it.
You
but
can do that, like,
can you change?
something. Yeah. Nice. Amy, I'm aware that a lot.
There's a lot of things.
There's a lot of things, but if you're watching or if you know me here, you know that I used to have a right-eared face, a proper one. And
What part, Amma?
no, like
I'm okay. Maliza kwanza.
no, like I write. I just the way I articulate my thoughts in writing is very
Journaling.
It's so good. Yeah. So I had a blog of sorts.
Nice.
You speak very well
Yeah.
too. Like the way you form your
Thank
sentences.
you.
It's impressive.
Thank you.
What's the information now? Where this
Come
Chile will
on.
turn to you and because you are about to
Yeah.
anyway.
It's about to go down.
But you're rubbing off on me. But not. Yeah, I had a very interesting. Like I know I can write. Like if you take, I have like entries on my journal that I have not been able to share because I'm just like for what it's worth. I also stopped scripting because something happened that was really sad, and then it made me question my creativity. Something I had worked on for nearly all my existence, and then it just crumbled.
Oh, Lord.
I don't want to talk about let's not talk about my age in this
Okay.
presence.
Fine.
Thank you very
But
much.
when you age, it's that whatever happened is what I'm more curious about.
Oh yeah,
But it's okay.
So
We can talk about it later.
Let me just say, I wholeheartedly had a draft somewhere, so I wholeheartedly shared it with a specific. I wouldn't mention the organization or the church. I'll just say I shared it with people, and it wasn't received in the best of ways. Bro, I think I cried for like 2 weeks. It was great, and then from then I decided the scripting thing. That's been.
No one talks about the rejection parts, by the way.
Yeah,
They're
but then
so
no one
hard.
talks about
They're
it.
So
and the
hard.
thing is, it was good. Like everyone else was saying it was good except this one person, and because he had the power to refuse it,
Exactly.
it couldn't go through. And so I just decided, great. Now, and then one thing about
But
me,
if you understood that, then why? Why let go if you understood that it's just this
I feel
person's
like
thing for now?
when I was even sharing that, the reason why it was a draft is because I wasn't ready to share it because of thoughts I had in my head. So when that happened, it affirmed my thoughts. It was like,
so
you
were
wished you
affected,
heard
yeah.
yeah, so that's
voice,
like
whatever.
one askuskizata
Was
singe
this guy
shy
like
stuff.
a role model for you? or
Not
something?
really, but the fact that he stood at a position of power, it pissed me so much. Like it vexed me. I was just like, Quinteni uko, but that
They
I'm
vex now. They vex you for.
Did you take
Yeah.
anything positive from it, though?
I did. I learned that first off, I'm very easy to adjust because they asked for a different. Okay, technically they just wanted something that was very basic. I really struggle with writing basic stuff because I even struggled with having even basic conversation.
Yeah.
It was a whole hassle. So, but now, because they did the other script in like 3 days, I don't know what I did, but it did it, and I just picked up my name. But I've been so unable to bring myself to a place of sharing my writings again. And I also know I probably also legged off acting because I felt like other people were better.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
And that was that. Yeah, but there's a couple of, I can count up to like 10 opportunities. I said, see Mimi,
Don't do that.
see Mimi.
The scripting part, I really wished I interacted with more. I didn't Nini enough to get a feel of what kind of writer you are. I wanted that, and then you let go of it before I could.
Yeah, but I mean,
Damn
I
you
have
for doing
drafts.
that.
I'll still
You
send
can
them.
still go back
I'll
to
say
it. So there's time.
I think it's a step at a time because, again, I'm very open with the fact that I'm in intentional therapy. So I'm just slowly getting back to, I don't know if you were there on the episode, no, you weren't there. There's an episode where I said that I'm slowly now existing. Like before I was just living because, well, I need to live. So right now I'm like now
Purposefully living,
yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, eventually maybe I will, but those are some of the dreams, I'm very sure. But I've also given up on, also I think, I don't know if this is like, it's like a dream of I don't know if it's a relationship. I don't know how to put it. You guys get what I'm trying to say?
The deluluness of relationships.
Yeah, not the deluluness of relationships. Like when I don't know, you've heard of like imposter syndrome. That's like self-sabotage in a relationship perspective.
In what sector?
In what,
to be
like in terms of like you feel so unworthy of a certain kind of love. So it's like
So you settle for
completely
other
just I don't
you
want
settle for other things.
Yeah, because you just feel like this is not how, this is too much. Why are you loving me like this?
Yeah.
And why are you so patient?
think there's
and
a
why
catch.
you so, yeah, exactly what I said. I think there's a catch.
Trust relationships to always come up in Megan's conversation.
Like the love girl I am.
I genuinely feel like
What
you're my
created you is a relationship. So why not?
nice way to look
I
at
can't agree with that.
I think you genuinely feel like
you. I think you're my relationship Nini
guides,
advisor,
of course,
guide,
duh.
Dr. Love.
I genuinely think Megan is my Dr. Love. I have a couple of
Obviously.
friends, and I said it. You said,
Yeah.
I'm not saying I have, but for some, I know who is for what, and you have started taking a department.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, consult me. I have a rate card for all your love issues. Look at Dennis.
Although she happens to be the one who's made the biggest. Okay,
Yeah, babe, I make the
mistakes in
biggest clown.
But also, that's how you learned the most.
We're past that. Yay, Dan, kabla nijanike hapo kwa maths. Tebu just take it up.
I've also lost the question. I know. I knew you were about
The
to
question was opportunities you know that you have
If you are aware, you
left
have.
off.
You've
Yeah.
lacked off.
Oh, before answer that.
You have to ask me another question.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Shoot.
Okay, like for everyone though, do you think for these opportunities you've lost, if you were to get another one, do you think it's fair for you to go try it?
To
Like,
For you to not try
Like to
it.
redeem yourself.
yeah, because you see now there was a reason as to why you're like, see, let me
Okay.
just drop it. Do you
Okay.
think it's like fair?
I feel like, personally for me, I'm going to make this very brief because of time, but I feel like for me, it wasn't, in as much as it was painful at the time, I feel like things aligned and it wasn't the time then. And it's like, it was a whole path like redirection. And now that I think I am, you know, that thing when you're told you need to pray for the things you want and still pray to be a person that is ready to walk through those doors.
Yes.
So I don't think at the time I was ready enough to walk through those doors if they were opened. But if given those opportunities right now, I think I'm in a place where I can now be willing to walk through the
damn
door.
doors.
Yeah, that's smart.
My answer is quite similar.
Yeah.
I believe there's a time and season for
Yeah.
everything, you know? And even though I've lagged off, for example, the singing in my case,
Yeah.
I feel like there's a time when I'll be like, okay, that's my sound. I want that, you know? And be
Yeah.
able to go back into it. Because I can't tell you guys how many no's I got this year. I've sent so many emails, guys, so many. But I don't dwell on it. I see the email,
Yeah.
I regret to inform you. I'm like, okay, move to the side. Move to the
yeah.
side. Yeah, whatever is right for me will find me.
find you.
And I
Yeah.
keep speaking that stuff into existence.
Existence.
Exactly. And I'm not going to stop until I do get it.
Okay.
I'm sort of in that space as well because, first of all, anyone who knows anything about acting, we are in a world that is full of rejection.
Yeah.
Rejection is the base.
Rejection na casting
Is the
director.
foundation
Rejection na
of
mapenzi.
that.
Hamna nyota ya mapenzi mpaka.
Hakuna nyota tuko nayo by the way. Sisi huko tunachukua za nyota za characters
Nyota za
zenye tunacheza.
characters.
Tuko na toy nyota hatuna.
Yeah.
But I hadn't even answered the question.
Yeah, but
now I'm about to answer his.
Yeah.
We can answer
No,
the
but
question as
what
well.
question?
See the prompt, the last one. For letting go and lagging and
Yeah.
whatever.
Go ahead, yeah.
So first of all, lagging is like delaying. It's not
You can
completely
yeah,
giving
like
up on it, right?
you could have lagged or you could have
The
completely
delays-
given up on.
I have lagged a lot. Yani, almost all of them. Other than the one
Nyota
that I
zote.
took up. Mingi za kulag, but I kiplani, you know, I never lag on many. But hapo kwa point ya giving up, I'm letting go.
Mshafika
That one
bado.
does not happen easy for me. I don't let go of things easy.
Clearly.
And even people. And everything.
Yeah, the people.
Do you need help? Do you need someone to talk
He
to?
needs. He definitely needs. Recommend
Of course,
therapists.
when unless I know it is completely bad
Yeah.
for me, it is unhealthy for me to continue with something.
Okay.
So, if I'm aware of any needs that I've let go of, perhaps unakumbuka ile swali tuliuliza tukianza? Yeah, the first time that time I wasn't remembering, but right now I think I remember.
The first time you ever doubted yourself.
Again, it came. Yeah, it is. I used as when in primary, I was a very good debater. To date, I still am.
You still are.
I seen a place in me, and there's this kanini that creeped of politics, of actually going into politics.
You wanted to be a politician. Lakini pia
Yeah, at some
character
point.
zako za when you act
At
like
some
a
point.
politician zinakwanga.
At some point, I
Accurate.
wanted to. I was going to be a good one if I was going to be one.
Really?
And I was going to be a leader, not a politician. It's just that politics is the way to lead. It's the avenue for like governance.
That's so nice.
Yeah. So, but sasa, I think venye nilingia high school, because time bado nilikuwa Raima. Venye nilingia high school nikarealize, yeah, kwani nakuanga D student.
No, I feel like high school has potential of making you think you're not smart.
Honestly.
I thought I was a choppy. Until I realized,
Unaingia
it was
high
a
school.
scam. So now when I realized, I think that's the first time I was like, okay, I don't think this whole politics thing will ever work out for me.
I
Because
feel yeah.
it is very
But
much.
do you really need like perfect
No.
grades to be a politician?
But have you
no?
seen people who leave high school with perfect grades and they get to campus?
I
Where?
know. But
Mm.
in this part of the world where we come from, it is really
Oh, it is, I
attached
think,
to,
though, yeah.
like academic
Yeah.
whatever.
Academic progress is a thing
People
in this
who
country.
end up being politicians and are mostly, I think papers will come up at some point.
No, but I believe if you have a certain influence in
think
the
they're
group,
kind of coming
in a
down
group of
now.
people,
Oh,
and your
okay.
leadership skills are recognized, trust me, I believe you can get into
Yeah.
politics.
Another thing about it, I don't think I let it go. I just knew if I'm going to go into leadership, it will be in other ways.
Aspects, yeah.
Spaces,
Yeah.
I get
not
what you
necessarily maybe at the governance.
amazing.
Kwa serikali.
All right. Henny.
I think he didn't answer the
He
question.
Oh,
answered
you
the
did answer his
question,
question.
You as well.
Siniwewe.
Oh,
You wanted to
maybe.
answer his question first.
No, actually, I think I answered the prompt first.
Yeah, so which
Okay.
one? Answer his question.
So his is if I would go back, if this opportunity
If you're
would come
presented
back,
with those opportunities now,
And you were
and
rejected, would you go back
would
to
you
it?
go back to it?
If you got an opportunity
Yeah.
and then
To
maybe
sing,
you were
for
rejected,
example. Yeah.
they said
Sing,
no.
for example, I
Yeah.
told you this ones. I'm just even. I've just liked them. Nimezieka tu kwa nini.
No, so you
When
do
they
So
come
you-
back
so
to
you
I'm
it.
still-
taking them easy. Especially with music, I think the only.
Can I-
With music, especially, I defined. I knew. I came back. I rooted to what the problem is.
Okay.
in music. And
So-
I think sana in writing. So the
Writing,
day I will hack writing in music. I actually think I have a good voice.
Okay. So as we wrap up, I just remembered something very short. So my friend were talking about how I don't remember what terms he gave them, but it was like 2 terms. And it's like with with our existence, we don't get more than 10 chances that can change our entire lives. And percentage is that you've probably finished like 7 already. So you have like 3 major life-changing opportunities that you need to be very alert
So
for.
you mean I've missed about 7?
No, that's what the person was telling me. Like up to this point, you've probably missed
Don't worry,
a
maybe
couple.
you've not-
And
That
there's-
feels discouraging.
Maybe you've not even started using you.
I'll find that's Nini Vizuri what I was trying to say, then I'll explain it. But as we finish, because now we're wrapping up.
Let him answer now the 'cause
He hadn't
asked us a
answered.
question. He didn't tell us if he's let go
of his let
himself.
go of any dreams.
I think I did.
He answered.
Singing, though, like way
He
earlier.
did.
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
he
he kind of answered
answered.
even before we got to this
Yeah,
question.
to this question.
Yeah,
But as we wrap up, tell your imposter syndrome something.
What?
Yeah, speak to
starting
your
to feel like a
imposter
therapy session,
syndrome.
guys.
I mean, Baz, you know me. Do any of my
Yeah.
conversations never feel like this though?
They always feel like this. That's why I
What
call
I'd
you
like
in
to
particular
say-
times. I don't call you every day. I don't want therapists every
Yeah,
My message to my imposter syndrome is this is not your father's house.
Umenizaya sana.
This is not your father's house.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Okay. Message to my imposter syndrome is me, I'm it. I'm it.
You cannot
I have
tell me.
always been
You're
it,
it.
and I will always be it.
That
Yes.
girl in that primary
Yeah,
school.
that girl who thinks she's a princess. I'm
Yeah.
still,
You're still that same
me,
girl.
Will always be that girl, and I'm fighting
Barbie.
so hard to no longer give you power over me. So to pattern your 10 to 1. It's a wrap. Yeah, that's my
wrap.
message to my imposter syndrome.
My message to my imposter syndrome, I think it's don't get too loud, don't get too comfortable.
Don't get too comfortable. Amazing. That's
My message to my imposter syndrome is something that someone once said about me. And I'll tell my imposter syndrome the same thing. Buddy might take a while to get something, but when he gets it, he gets it. So I might be taking a very long time to deal with you, my nigga. But when I do,
shall be unbeatable, unstoppable. Utakuwa unasema what are we bonging? What are we
utashangaa,
bonging?
yani, hata it will hit you, and
Yeah.
you won't see it coming. You won't realize what hit you.
What it hit
That's
you,
what I want to tell
yeah.
my imposter syndrome.
Your
It will-
statement was
Amazing.
just giving radio. The way
Yeah,
he started, I was like,
yeah. Nimekuja kusema.
it would
Yeah.
realize what hit it. when I
Yeah,
finally
thank
deal with
you
it.
so much, guys, for making it today and for clearing your schedules and for just having this very deep. This conversation was so wholesome. I feel so good.
It feels good.
Yeah, and I hope you, as the person that is listening to this episode, feels the same way, and that you're able to, go introspect and speak to imposter syndrome. And moral of the story is stop bonging with that imposter syndrome. In
not
fact,
your friend.
Stop negotiating.
we're deciding it is not having this power anymore. So yeah, I hope you're able to do that and have introspective moments with yourself after listening to this episode. That being said, that was it from me and my amazing friends. See you in the next episode. Don't forget to tell your friend, to tell a friend and their boyfriend and their girlfriend and everything, etc. Love you, love and light always. Bye, guys.
Right.
Bye.